Hey, this is Nick with Obsessed Garage, and welcome to OG Academy, the series of short videos where we dive into some of the more technical aspects of the things we sell. Today, we're going to be talking about Coxreel setups, specifically how to put the hoses on it, making sure everything is good and there are no leaks. Before we jump into anything, it's always important that you inventory and inspect your order within 30 days of it arriving. So making sure that everything arrived in the box, there's no wear or tear on the Coxreel, your swivel is swiveling correctly, and that everything was included with the handle. All right, now that we know that everything arrived safely, let's jump into the tools that we'll need for this install. You're going to need either a 24mm or a 15/16 open end wrench, two 13mm open end wrenches, a flathead screwdriver, a stubby Phillips head screwdriver, and some thread tape or thread sealant. Let's get started with the handle. The handle is going to come taped on and in a little baggie, so you're just going to pull that right off the end and the handle should come right out. There should be the plastic part, the through bolt, and a little nut on the end. We're going to remove the nut off the end and take our handle assembly and push it through the hole. So when we're installing this handle, we want to make sure the rubber part on the nut is facing towards the Coxreel or away from the threads themselves. Now that it's loosely on there, we can grab our two 13mm wrenches and get it fully tightened on. We want to make sure this is relatively tight. It doesn't have to be unbelievably tight, just tight enough that it's not going to come loose in the future or anything like that. You should be able to move your Coxreel freely and the plastic moves easily. And that's done. Our handle's installed. Now we can jump into getting this hose screwed into the inside of the reel. Right here we have our OG spec hose. The important thing to note about this hose, or really any hose when you're going to install it on a hose reel, is that one end should swivel and one end should not. Preferably you'd have both ends swiveling, but it's really not necessary. If you buy a hose from our website in a kit, it'll sometimes come with a coupler pre-installed on one end. If you don't know how to install a coupler, or your hose that you bought does not come with a coupler, check out our other video we did on installing couplers on a high pressure hose. That being said, let's jump right into the install onto the hose reel. We are going to take the swiveling end of the hose and apply our Teflon tape or PTFE sealant onto the threads. We want to make sure that when we're applying these threads that we're going in the direction of the threads and that we're giving it around 5 to 7 wraps of Teflon, really depending on your application. Once Teflon tape is applied, we can go ahead and screw it into the hose reel. Once we get it as tight as we can by hand, we can get in there with our 24mm wrench and snug it down the rest of the way. We don't need this to be too unbelievably tight, just well and snug as you can get it with your wrench. If you notice there's any leaks coming out of here after you've done your full install, that could be two issues. Either you didn't use enough Teflon tape or this isn't tight enough. So you could either remove it, reapply Teflon tape, apply it again, or just try to tighten it down and see if that fixes your problem. Now that we have our high pressure hose installed on the inside of the reel, it's time to turn our attention to the hose clamp right here. It's going to come pre-installed on the hose reel, so it won't be in a little baggie or anything, but we're going to need to uninstall this, wrap it around the hose, and then reinstall it with the emphasis on getting the hose as close to this inner barrel as we possibly can. That way we can coil the hose up properly and tight once it's installed. To uninstall the hose clamp, we're just going to unscrew the 10mm nut off the back and pull it out. You can then open it up all the way completely, and then we can install our hose into it. Once we get this screw pushed through this hole, we can screw the nut on the back just finger tight. Once we get it as tight as we can by hand, the locking nut on the back will keep it from moving. We can get the hose exactly where we want it, and then take our stubby Phillips head screwdriver and finish screwing it all the way down. Again, this doesn't have to be super tight, just snug enough to not move anymore. And that locking nut on the back will make it to where you don't have to use a 10mm socket. So just the screwdriver will work. Now that everything is installed correctly on the inside of the hose reel, we're ready to coil up our hose. For these first couple wraps, we just want to get it super, super tight, looking very clean, and we can go from there. All right, we're just finishing wrapping this hose onto the hose reel, getting it all the way on there. And then we can apply a little bit of drag with the knob. That way our hose reel doesn't go anywhere. And we can turn our attention over to the swivel. Lastly, we need to install our jumper hose onto the Cox hose reel. This is much of the same as the high pressure hose, it's just obviously a lot shorter. Again, it's going to have a swiveling end and a non-swiveling end. We're going to use the swiveling end to screw into the swivel on the Cox reel. So, firstly, we're going to want to apply some Teflon tape to the threads. Again, 5 to 7 wraps is plenty enough. Now that the Teflon's on, we can screw the swiveling end of the hose into the swivel of the Cox reel. The reason we use the swiveling end of the hose is so that we can turn it with our fingers and we don't have to spin the entire hose around. So again, we'll get it hand tight, as tight as we can. And then we can grab our 24 or 15/16 inch wrench and finish torquing it down. Okay, now that our jumper hose is fully installed, your Cox reel setup is done. All there is to do now is to plug in your jumper hose into the pressure washer, start looking for leaks, and if you don't find any, you're done, and you can enjoy your new hose reel setup. Hopefully you took something away from this video. Everything that you saw in this video is available on our website, both individually and as kits. I would recommend checking out our other videos we did on Cox reels and the Cox reel swivels if you have any questions, or if you have any specific questions, you can reach out to us directly in the comments or at support@obsessedgarage.com.